I know I don't need to tell anyone in the room this, but it has been a heck of a year for everyone involved in the snow business. You know, normally when we get together in early March, most of us are rounding out the tail end of our season. But this year, most of us are waiting for a season that never arrived and we're kind of itching to ride. And so to start, I just want to say thanks for coming. We know things back home are busy, and there's some frustration regarding your current state of your snow business. But we do appreciate everyone making the trip, and I think after the next couple days, you'll be glad you're here. We've got a super exciting night ahead of us where we're going to go through our Model Year 25 lineup, and you're going to see that we've got news in nearly every segment we compete in. And as we go through the lineup tonight, you're going to see that we're going to activate buyers all year long. And so we're going to have news and program support during Snow Check that'll really drive those preseason commitments. And then our in-season lineup this year is really positioned to better match the demand signal. So when customers submit leads in the season, we're going to match that better to your inventory. And so to put it super simply, we think our Model Year 25 lineup is going to help create that retail momentum all year. And I think we all need that right now. And so not only do we have a massive amount of news to share tonight, 2024 is a milestone year for all of us. Steve just mentioned that. 70 years ago, Polaris was founded, and the snowmobile that we all love today, it was just a dream, an idea. And so we've come a super long way in following a really simple formula of solving a customer need and then continuously redefining what's possible. Let's take a look.
We are the original snowmobile company. Pioneers, born in the Northwoods. Raised by men and women who love the outdoors, embrace winter, and live for life on the snow.
As a business and with you, our dealer partners, and honestly, the best is yet to come. We've got a really bright future ahead of us on the Polaris snow business, and that includes industry-leading innovation and growth. For our team, we really rally behind a pretty simple statement, and it's that we exist to deliver the best experience on snow. And so whether that's the best ride, the best riding community, or the best buying experience, we're never settling, and we're relentlessly focused on driving this growth and a strong, healthy business for years to come. As you've seen from us this past year, we're not afraid to face into the hard truths around things that need to be fixed or things we can improve on our products. And so as we're preparing to meet with you this week, we spend time listening to our customers. We hear from you, our dealers. We talk to our DRMs with a whole goal of making sure that our plan is really strong and that it's relevant. And we also want to make sure that as we're all together here, that we're addressing your key concerns and questions. And so those conversations this year really resulted in three themes. First and foremost, you all are concerned about inventory levels. We are too. Second was around quality and reliability. And last was around growth. Specifically, you were looking for insights around just the health of the industry and our ability to rebound overall. And so I'm going to spend some time addressing those questions. And then, of course, we'll get to a really exciting product reveals tonight. We're going to start with probably the biggest thing on all of your minds, and that's related to current inventory levels at your dealerships. We have higher levels of inventory driven by the lack of snow, and there's a lot of concern around what allocations are going to be this year. I want to make sure you know that we heard you, and we've taken your feedback into account. We really thought about inventory levels in two ways. And so first and foremost, our priority was helping pull the retail through. And I think you saw us do that with programs we put in the market this year to help drive and close sales. We were really impressed with some of the Snow Blitz activations that happened in January when some snow did come for us to pull that retail through. And I know everyone in this room was doing everything you could to sell snowmobiles. So first and foremost was pull the retail through. But the second thing we did is we did make the tough call to cut a significant portion of our build this year. And so you'll see that reflected in your order allocations that you get when you meet with your DRMs. I said earlier that we're focused on running a strong, healthy business and managing the total inventory in the network. Well, that's a big part of it. And so what that specifically means for you is one of two things. If you're a dealer that had a decent retail year, so if your sell-through was close to historical targets, you're going to see a plan from us asking for a commitment to maintain your retail and maintain your market share. Or if you're a dealer that had a really challenging retail year, and you'll see in your order allocations that we're committed to correcting your inventory levels, and you'll see a reasonable order target to accomplish that. And so regardless of which of the two areas you fall into, we have programs to support your business, whether you choose a more conservative volume, so a level 2 program, or you go with a lean-in approach, a level 1 program. I want you to know that the decision to cut the build is not at all an indication of our confidence level in our lineup and the news we have coming, but hopefully this helps everyone in the room just take a little sigh of relief. By cutting the build, we're certainly right-sizing inventory levels, but I did want to shed a little light on the kind of the method behind the cuts. And so when we look at the lineup, we didn't just go to a haircut across the board. We wanted to make sure that we were building and shipping the higher turning inventory. And so we all know, Steve talked about it earlier, innovation drives retail. And so the great thing is, when I look at our build for model year 25, over 60% of our build is tied to new product mix, which is pretty exciting. The other portion of the build is really on high demand models, where we need supply to support the demand that's out in the market. And so we went model by model. We looked at annual demand, we looked at some of the signals for future retail, and then we made these cuts. One of the things you'll notice when you get your model list is that there's 10 models we're actually pausing production on this year. Because based on our projections at the end of this season, we're going to have more than enough inventory in the channel to meet the whole year's of demand of customers. And so these models that you see on the screen, they're not gone forever. They're just not coming in model year 25. A lot of detail that I just went through, what I'd ask you to take away from this is just that the allocations you're going to see, they're reachable, and they're full of higher turning inventory. The last thing I'd say on inventory is that we know timing matters. Specifically, customers play back, they love the confidence of the ship guarantee provided, just given our history. And unfortunately, shipping sleds earlier, well, it didn't matter much this year. It didn't help retail much with the limited early season snow. But hopefully it proved to you that we were able to deliver. We told you it was going to happen, and it did. As for model year 25 production, we started build about a month ago, and it's off to a great start. As we worked through our build reductions, we were really careful to protect those things that helped ensure operational stability and helped us ship on time. And so to help prove that these improvements we made were not a one-time success, we are once again committing to a ship date guarantee on all SnowCheck orders this year. So we'll offer a $1,500 discount on all snowmobiles shipped after November 30th from SnowCheck. All right, so speaking of giving you confidence, even our customers confidence, the second area I heard a lot about was just related to overall quality. And so yes, we have had elevated product quality and reliability issues. And I can look at you and tell you without a doubt, we know we need to be better, and we're committed to transforming the quality on the snow business. You know, I could spend a lot of time tonight talking about what we're doing to fix and prevent issues and our plans to get better, because there's some really good work happening. But honestly, I think this is just something that we need to prove to you with our actions over time. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to prove it to you with our actions. That said, we know our elevated quality issues, they're impacting the discussions in your showroom every day, and you need some immediate relief. And so our team, we're real confident that we've got the right systematic improvements in place to get better. And so to demonstrate that confidence in our product, our SnowCheck program this year will include a warranty offer up to 4 years. We expect this to be really impactful with customers and drive repurchase. Corey will take you through more details on that in the business meeting tomorrow. All right, so we talked about inventory, we talked a little bit about quality. Now we're going to shift to the really fun part of the night, where we get to talk about growth. When we look overall at the industry, we're projecting total retail to come in at about 90,000 units in North America for the end of the season. We know there's a month left, we're just early in March, but we don't believe for a second that March is going to be a big rebound month. And so as an industry, we haven't seen retail this low in a long time. But when you look back at history, it tells us after every down year, there's a bounce back year. And the reason really for this is that customers, they didn't leave the sport. They just took the season off. And so we expect next year to be a bounce back year, just like we've seen before in history. Leading up to tonight, I heard a lot of stories from you of, snow check customers canceling, but telling you to keep their deposit and apply it to next year's order. Hey, I'm taking the year off. And so those examples are good. They tell us customers are going to be back. But we went out and did some surveys just to help build our confidence in this bounce back year. And so one of the data points we got back was that 61% of customers who did not buy this season said they plan to buy in the next 12 months. And that's feedback we heard from them was setting out even knowing what we're launching. And so that just tells us, hey, we've got riders out there who are waiting to buy, and that's good. But if I were you, the next question I'd ask, I'd say, well, that's great. We've got buyers for the new stuff. What about all the inventory I'm currently sitting on? And so if I oversimplify what customers will play back to us, they really tell us, hey, I'm going to buy for two reasons. I either want the newest news or I'm looking for deals. And so those customers that participate in SnowCheck, well, they're kind of getting the best of both worlds. But there's plenty of customers who buy in season, and they're really buying because of either the news or the deals. And so the good thing is, you're going to have a mix of both to help compete in a really strong way next season with our Model Year 25 news and deals on non-currents. If I click a little deeper on customers, on any given year, about half of our retail comes from customers who they had a used Polaris sled and they decide to upgrade for the first time. And usually it's because of the deal. They'll say, hey, there's a price point or there's a warranty available, so it causes them to buy a new sled. And so the good thing is you'll have plenty of sales opportunities with our support this fall to upgrade these riders to a new sled. The other portion of retail comes from customers who want the latest news. And I teased a little earlier that we have a lot of news to share tonight. There's something for everyone, from the mountains to the trails. And so without further ado, let's take a look at what's in store for us tonight.
With a new season comes new moments, new memories, and of course, new models. This year, the engineering and innovations are laser focused to help more riders squeeze everything they can out of the season. The sleds are punched up, finely tuned, and there's a lot more to give you the control you need to make the experience truly yours. Pushing the limits in hopes that every rider will do the same. This season, make every ride count with the new 2025 Polaris snowmobile lineup featuring greater control, capability, and power than ever before.
It might have been hard to catch everything in there, but the exciting thing is we've got news in nearly every segment we compete in. And so we're going to take you through all of that now. And while I could stand up here and take you through all the highlights on my own, I decided to get a little help from our friends, Levi LaValle and Chris Moran. And so I'll have these guys join me up here in a bit, but I really wanted them to bring kind of the rider's point of view. They've had a chance to ride these sleds, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what's different and what feels different. And so we'll bring them up in a bit. But to start us out tonight, we're going to the mountains first, and we're going to talk about what's new on RMKs. We have a lot of exciting news on the mountain front. Let's take a look at the first news now.
Whether you're looking to improve your ride or improve your riding experience, The all-new 2025 Polaris RMK SP makes it easier than ever to own the industry's best mountain snowmobile. The RMK SP suspension is calibrated to make it easier to control and easier to ride. Built on the optimally balanced and rider-connected matrix platform, the new RMK SP features your choice between the proven and powerful 850 Patriot or the smooth and responsive 650 Patriot. Now you can level up with the next generation Sled, offering more value than ever before. Experience more capability, more confidence, and more backcountry memories. Unlock your way up with the new RMK SP.
All right, it's pretty exciting to see the new RMK SP, which really brings that capability riders know and love from RMKs, but it's delivered in a more approachable format, making it the easiest to ride RMK yet. You know, we constantly are getting positive feedback on RMKs and the mountain performance and capability, and we don't want to lose that. But we also hear from riders who are not buying RMKs today that they're kind of intimidated, and that may be preventing us from getting more riders on Polaris sleds until now. The RMK SP is loaded with features to make it a really capable mountain sled at a more approachable price point. And it's really meant for those riders who are either new to mountain riding, or they're a sled skier, or they're looking for an easier to ride sled in the backcountry. So Chris, why don't I have you come on up and join me? Last week we were out with the industry press. I heard a ton about this $13,999 price point, and they loved that piece of it. So I think that'll be awesome. But you're teaching riding clinics all the time. Just tell me a little bit about the approachability and what do you think of it?
Well, first, hello everybody. Great to see you. I think what's exciting, and you guys are going to be happy with the price, the consumers are going to be happy with the price, but from a rider standpoint, what was so crazy is after riding it and coming back to the team, I'm like, so why is this cheaper? The sled is just, it's like what I know. It's a matrix that gets stuff done in the backcountry. It's going to fit the bill for a lot of people, and especially for a lot of guys who are coming to my place to learn how to ride a mountain sled correctly.
Awesome. Couldn't agree more, Chris. Heard a lot of that. All right, we're going to keep moving. Next up, Chris, I know it's probably your favorite part of the lineup. We're going to take a look on the updates for 9R and Boost RMKs for ultimate backcountry performance.
What do you do when you've already built the lightest, most responsive, and best mountain sled in the world? You make them lighter, stronger, and even more purpose-driven. Introducing the new Pro RMK and RMK Chaos. Now up to 7 pounds lighter and even better to ride. We've reduced weight without compromising strength or durability, including lighter running boards that clean out faster to eliminate snowmobile. We lowered the seat for greater mobility throughout the ride. And the cherry on top, a new throttle system for all-day control. Whether you choose the all-out power of the Patriot Boost or the instant response of the Patriot 9R, the RMK's instant lift, immediate response, and effortless control are better than ever before. Long live the king. The best in mountain just got better.
We made some pretty awesome performance and ergonomic updates to our mountain lineup. Chris, what are you holding?
This would be a finely cooked honey ham from Texas. It weighs about 7 pounds.
And so why do we have a ham? We're talking about RMKs.
Well, you see, we already have the lightest snowmobile, and now we have an even 7-pound lighter. Being in Texas, it's nice to have everything big, but when it comes to the mountains, this carrying extra 7 pounds around is no bueno. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. Now we're even lighter than the competition.
We're even lighter, so love it. You saw in the video, Chris talked about it, the new RMK is 7 pounds lighter. which puts us at about 15 pounds lighter than our nearest competitive offering.
Over 2 hands.
2 hands. Imagine tossing that around all day. I think you can see where we win. And so lighter is a huge improvement that we've made this year. But there's also some improvements we made to just make the riding experience a little bit better. And so things like a 1-inch lower seat, improved running board design, and maybe the one that a lot of people are going to be most excited about, the all-new throttle system. And so you rode this last week. What did you think? What was your favorite part?
Well, my biggest takeaway is 7 pounds is like a number that you actually feel on the snow. And it's not in just one area, it's kind of all over the sled. And so in my world, everything is about being able to win the line and get to the top. And so any advantage I can get, I will take. And you guys keep making it harder and harder to, make these things even better on the aftermarket side of things, which we all love. And I can't, from the rider standpoint, again, all we want to do is be able to justify the investment. That's what the consumer is asking. And so when we can do that time and time again, especially with keeping our sleds at the top, it's a win-win for everybody.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Chris. You can take your canned ham.
Make sure you join me in the autograph line. I will have orders.
You'll be serving ham later. All right. As you can see, we have a ton of rider-centric updates for the mountains. Before we move on from the mountains, I did want to talk about timber sled and what's coming new this year. And so over the past couple of years, we've gotten feedback from dealers and customers that our lineup is pretty complicated and that it can be kind of difficult to know which kit is right for your riding style. And so that just got a lot easier, as we can now satisfy every type of rider with one timber sled kit. New for model year 25 is the introduction of a removable limiter strap on the Riot platform that allows riders to customize their ride for their preferred riding style. And so if you're looking for a more precise and technical riding style, you can easily install this limiter strap in less than 5 minutes. Or if you want the full rowdiness of the Riot, you simply remove the limiter strap, you turn up the rear shock to soft, and you get ready for the most dirt bike-like ride on snow. We have a seminar tomorrow with the Timber Sled team, and so you can learn more about what's new in store for model year 25 then. All right, we're gonna keep her moving. We're gonna shift away from the mountains now, and we're gonna go into our flatland updates. And the first thing we're gonna start with is our all-new 650 Titan Adventure. This has been a long-awaited upgrade for our utility customers. Let's take a look at what we have in store on the all-new Titan.
In the heart of the North Woods, where the air cuts deep and the snow is untouched, your adventures don't wait for better weather conditions. Introducing the most capable wide track from Polaris. With the newly designed Polaris 650 Titan Adventure, you decide when the chores need to be done and when the adventure begins, no matter the weather. Built on the proven Matrix platform, the new Titan Adventure features new Backtrack 20 rear suspension technology to get you on top of the snow easier than ever before. That includes when the job demands backing up in deep snow conditions. Feel the power beneath you as you conquer the toughest terrains. The new Titan comes with a 650 Patriot engine that's smooth, crisp power you can feel on or off trail. Whether you're a seasoned rider or an outdoor enthusiast, the new Titan Adventure has everything you need to get the job done right. Standard features like a removable snow flap, tow hitch, work light, and integrated rack system make sure you're prepared to tackle winter tasks with confidence. And if that's not enough, the new Titan Adventure is compatible with an entire new lineup of accessories for work and play. Ride with a friend or family member with an easily removable passenger seat. Comfort starts with a tall windshield and integrated hand warmers to keep the elements away from you and your passengers. Discover the advantages of a 7S display at your fingertips. Plan, share, and track your trips with Ride Command and know where you are all the time, with or without cell coverage. The Polaris Titan is your key to endless winter adventures while staying more prepared whatever the day brings. With a 20-inch wide track, newly designed Trailbreaker ski, and high clearance front suspension, the Titan stays on top of the snow in even the deepest conditions. No chore is too big or snow too deep for you to get the job done. And done right. The all-new Polaris Titan, where performance meets passion. Elevate your winter and embrace the cold of the north.
This is a totally new sled, and it's the most capable wide track Polaris has ever made. Now on the proven Matrix platform, with that smooth, quick accelerating 650 Patriot engine, this snowmobile is packed with performance upgrades for work or play. The all-new Backtrack 20 rear suspension and the new Trailbreaker skis are designed to climb on top of snow better than our previous Titan models, whether you're going forward or reverse. We also know that this rider loves versatility on their sled, and they typically will add 2 times the amount of accessories to their sled than our typical trail rider. And so to get the most out of this winter, we're offering 12 new Polaris engineered accessories for added customization on this model. These purpose-built accessories include things like hub house carriers, chainsaw mounts, and bumpers, and many more that'll really help riders customize their Titan while also increasing the dollar per unit at your dealerships. And so, Levi, why don't you come on up and join me? Welcome Levi to the stage. And so, Levi, I know last week you had a chance to ride the all-new Titan. What makes you so excited about the upgrade?
I mean, having it on the Matrix platform makes me excited because you made the most capable sled even more fun to ride. And I'm all about fun. So, I mean, I literally had this wide track and I was flying down the trail. It's unbelievable how well it handles on the trail. Then I took it off trail, I'm carving around, and I'm like going, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm on a wide track. This is incredible. So, having it on the Matrix platform, the Backtrack 20, unbelievable how well that works. Back radar over snow banks, everything. It was so cool. So, incredible how nice the new Titan Adventure is.
Love it. We also heard from we had some old Access Trail owners as part of our photo shoots, and they kept playing back to us how small it felt. And they love the versatility. And so, when we look at this model, we believe it'll certainly fuel upgrades from customers, and it'll also help steal riders from the yellow and green teams, which we're excited about. And so, all right, we're going to keep her going. We're going to shift now to our trail riders, and let's take a look at what's new on the all-new Indy VR1 this year.
Now's the time to rethink what you know about suspensions, because the book has just been rewritten. Introducing the Indy VR1 now with Dynamics. Ride hard and in greater comfort with the world's smartest, most advanced suspension to ever hit the snow. In developing Dynamics, we took a patented off-road technology and optimized it for our sleds. Dynamics is more than a shock absorber reacting to the terrain. It's the industry's only intelligent system that monitors and processes rider and machine inputs, automatically adjusting the compression of all 4 shocks. Whether you're cornering, accelerating, or even aerial, Dynamics instantly responds to improve comfort and maintain stability for an optimal ride all day, every day. Dynamic Smart Suspension allows you to select from 3 rider modes, so you can take on the trail your way. Comfort mode, the most comfortable suspension for a plush ride and long days on the trail. Rally mode, designed for the widest range of terrain and aggressive cornering and trail riding. Extreme mode, a further suspension for hard charging and unforgiving terrain. And when you send it, Dynamics reduces harsh landings with a smooth ride across unpredictable terrain. The all-new Indy VR1 with Dynamics. Make your ride effortless.
We are completely redefining the game with the electronic suspension technology with Dynamics. We know there's other electronic suspension technologies out there, but we're literally rewriting the playbook with this one with our patented technology. And so Dynamics is the only electronic system on the market that has control of all 4 shocks to really smooth out the bumps and then flatten any corner on the trail. And that unique control of the front track shock is really what unlocks that next level of riding. And so having control of all four shocks is a big driver of those improvements. But the brains of dynamics is really what makes it impressive. And so we've got this patented system that essentially senses what the vehicle is doing. So every movement, every pitch, every roll is automatically captured by the machine, understood, and then the sled automatically adjusts to deliver the best trail handling on the snow with no effort from the rider. And so Levi uses a lot of different types of riding, everything from aggressive all the way to smooth casual. Tell us what you think about this new sled.
The dynamics is absolutely incredible. I mean, you know how when you're going down through that choppy little bumps, you have the suspension soft so it soaks all up, but then you come up on the spine tingler and it drives it right through your back and you go, oh man. And now you don't have to worry about that. Dynamics has got you covered. You got it set up soft so it's soaking that up, and when that spine tingler comes, Dynamics goes, yeah, I'll take care of that. Problem solved. It's so awesome. And then my favorite part is, you know me, I want to jump everything there is. I can just turn it up to extreme. I see that jump and go, watch this. Absolutely incredible. The amount of confidence it gives you, because that suspension is adjusting on the fly. You come into a turn, the outside shock gets stiff, so you don't see the body roll. You accelerate, back shock gets stiff. Everything you want your suspension to do, it's doing it automatically. Absolutely incredible.
Love it. Press was blown away last week. I would say at some of the rides, just at how capable Confidence Inspired was. So Dynamics is a Snow Check exclusive, and it's featured on the Indy VR1 Trail Sled for model year 25. All right, you'd think we'd be done by now.
For raw
We
power
have one
and
more,
ultimate.
except, well, all good. You'd think we'd be done by now, but we have one more exciting update to share. It's time to welcome 9R to the trail and crossover lineups.
The need for raw power and ultimate response on the trail, in the ditches, and across the land is now met. Introducing the factory mod 9R Indy XCR and Switchback Assault. Proven in the mountains, the 9R is built on our durable 850 Patriot architecture. It is the fastest accelerating and most responsive engine we've ever dropped in a sled. As the industry's only factory 900 mod motor, the 9R delivers more power and torque with less weight, instantly shortening the distance between every corner for the rough trail champion in the XCR. In the Switchback Assault, it has instant power for greater off-trail agility, hits hard and never hesitates. Whether you're hammering rough terrain with the 9R Indy XCR or launching the 9R Switchback Assault, now you've got the muscle and response to put you out front. 9R Factory Mod Performance is now yours. Catch up to whatever you're chasing.
Finally got it. We got the 9R trail crossover. You know I'm an XCR guy, and I'm grinning from ear to ear thinking about that instant throttle response, corner to corner, ditch bang, and all that. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit excited.
You tell it all.
And then thinking about Switchback Assault. You know, I mean, ripping down the trail, and then you get off trail. Can you imagine how much fun that's going to be? 9R response, pulling wheelies off trail. I can't help it. I think it's got to put a smile on everyone's face because it's doing it for me.
Couldn't have said it better, Levi. That smile says it all. And so we know the 9R is proven in the mountains. And it really is going to deliver that corner-to-corner torque and immediate acceleration for adrenaline seekers on and off the trails. So, hey, thanks, Levi, for joining us. For everyone that knows. I think we've got some Levi and Chris fans in here, which is awesome. And so for y'all to know, they'll be in the showroom all night, and they've got a ton of stories that they'd love to share. And so be on the lookout for them. But thanks, guys, for joining. We're not done here just yet. In addition to all the news we just shared, I did want to touch on our model year 25 PG&A plans briefly. So our main accessory product news you'll see tonight is the 12 new accessories for the Matrix Titan that I touched on earlier. In addition to those Titan accessories, know that we will have a fall accessory product launch with some exciting news across